Hello, Misfits, and welcome back to the world of Aurelia. You are listening to episode 52 of the current campaign. Hope you enjoy! So, the last time we were all together, the party was kind of, let's see, what's happened first in our last session? Was that when we lost the mask? Maybe. The party had just lost the mask, narrowly escaped hell itself, and kind of reconvened in Morrigan, checked up on Ko, who, physically stable, mentally less so. Tanari finally got to talk to Reyna, who seems to be herself. Found out that Pierce is being worked on by Mortimer. Ash had a lovely conversation with Escher and learned some new spells.
I forgot all about that. I didn't, but I purged it from my mind until you brought it up.
And some of our party reunited with some newly arrived guests, being Lord Gideon Greensmith, his sort of two guards, Frank and Byron, and then some of the friends y'all made in Kundrakar arrived, along with Emery, Teo's brother, who has been kind of MIA for a while. So I think that's the very last thing that happened, was the dwarves arrived, very excited for the upcoming battle. We're still, I think, at least a day out from the summit. So throughout the day, more people will probably be arriving. But what would you guys like to do?
Is it still the same day? Am I still in the library? Is it the next day? What's happening?
It is still the same day.
I'm assuming I'm still in the hospital.
Okay, so I'm still in the library.
Still in the library. We could gravitate it towards the end of the day so that y'all can have finished your tasks. I see a hand raised.
Hi. I mean, it's just RP, but I would like to update Emery on the situation with Tiana and Raz. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you spend some time kind of filling your brother in on your own family drama. Emery's a bit surprised during the whole thing. Wow, so mom's gonna come around to that?
I guess. Okay, I mean, yes. The answer is yes, but I understand where you're coming from, and I do question how, I guess, valid in the end.
Honestly, my only standpoint is I'm just surprised. I just thought, mom and dad, they're kind of, set in their ways a little bit, so.
No, they totally are. And they were not happy when they found out. But I don't know. They seemed, I mean, and I talked to them a little bit too. But I guess they just kind of realized, okay, well, obviously this means something. So and they're giving it a shot to get to know him. So, but yeah, I do every now and then. I wonder how, if they've said some kind of like, oh, you're nice for a half-orc or some bullshit, I wonder sometimes.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're gonna put their foot in their mouth, both of them.
Yeah.
probably a few times. Do they, how's the couple? Do they seem happy?
No, for sure. I mean, she seems really happy.
Yeah,
super happy
I don't
with
know
him.
Roz really, but
Right. She's super happy, super happy. And he hasn't left and has just endured all of it, all of the racism. So I think
that takes a strong person. That takes
right.
a lot of respect.
Right. Yeah. So I'm happy. I'm just glad that they didn't elope and that they're at least trying.
Yeah, I think that if they had eloped, if they had left, if she had left, I think that would have killed Mom and Dad. I mean, family is just, it's just so important to us.
I mean, they're already trying to live without us too. They don't want another person.
Yeah, they were not excited when I left, but it's not like it was easy to leave. I just felt like I needed to learn things that I couldn't learn at home.
Yeah, right? Like, yeah, the world is just so much bigger than Tylock. It's crazy.
It's a lot bigger. It's a big world.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, I'm glad that even in this big world, I got to see you again, not in Tylock. And I get to tell you, I actually get to be honest with you about what I've been doing, though. Like, I can't tell my parents. I can't tell them, I fought dragons, or, the Queen's Evil. I can't,
I mean, you could.
Well, I can't tell them the Queen's Evil. No, no.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, I've been trying to think about that. How do we tell Mom and Dad that they live in an evil... Well, the country itself isn't evil, but it's ruled by, like, an evil tyrant. How do we...
There's corruption, yeah.
They don't really write books on how to tell your parents that they live in a dictatorship. And I don't know.
I mean, and like, regardless of what happens, I don't know how that's going to look to the outside world. You know what I mean? If we're victorious or if we're not, like, how is...
Yeah.
Like, I think about that sometimes. I haven't told them, because I have kept in contact with them, but I haven't told them about what's coming up because I just,
I guess I just worry that at the end of all of this, who's going to be writing the history books?
Yeah. Maybe Mortimer should write them, actually, or the dwarves could write them. Oh, who was the out of character? Who was the guy that did the lore dump in Kundrakar? What was his name? I can't remember.
Probably Garrett.
It might be Garrett. I would just mention
he was in the lower part of Kundrakar. You got a good chunk of the lore from reading Torvir's writings, but
that's true. I
think y'all learned the most about Kundrakar in the lower part of it, and I have written down that Garrett was in charge of that group.
Okay. I would mention maybe Garrett, or somebody.
Yeah.
Could write.
I will say, I'm very proud of our ancestry. We are a proud and occasionally boastful folk. So, we could be good for writing the history books. I don't know. We could be quite biased and maybe put slightly too much emphasis on the glory of battle. Just
yeah. I was yeah. I can't really speak on that without sounding like an asshole, can I? I just I want objectivity, right? That's what we want.
Maybe at the end of all of this, we can talk to a bunch of different people and put in or write down things that were seen and thought and felt by all sorts of types of people.
Yeah. But I guess, I don't know, because I want objectivity, right? And I want accuracy. But, like, I don't want some guy I don't know to write. You know what I mean? because I feel like that would also misrepresent me, I guess.
That's fair.
I don't know.
Maybe we can interview a series of notable authors, create a vetting system, and pick the right one.
Peer review. Out of character peer review.
What are their sources? How credible are they? We could have it peer reviewed. Make sure they cite their sources correctly. Are they using? Do we want to go with Turabian or Chicago or MLA? I don't know.
Ooh, yes. I mean, to be fair, we do have a bard with us. I mean, those are kind of good storytellers and stuff.
It's very true.
But again, that would go back to the whole Glory of Battle thing, which, anyway, we'll figure it out.
We should maybe win the war before we
to try. Yeah.
we worry about who's writing about it.
For sure. Oh, you know me, always getting ahead of myself. Ugh.
It's okay. I like your optimism.
Well, I guess that's all we have at this point.
I mean,
really?
I feel like we have more than just optimism.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Sorry, we just lost the mask, so I'm really.
Yeah, that's fair. But you've got some time. You've got a few days.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you guys have several allies, so I'm very interested to meet everybody.
Yeah. It's quite a motley crew. I kind of want to mention the whole Dietrich thing, like if he, because he would obviously know of Helm's Watch by knowing of Torvir, but I don't know if he's already known if Dietrich was Lich and leader of Mother's Children or not.
Sure, you kind of relay what you've learned and stuff to him. He will be notably shocked that Dietrich is apparently still quote unquote alive.
Yeah.
Well, that's concerning. Man, I had always read that he was very curious and intelligent and man, it's just even the mightiest heroes can fall or be swayed, it seems.
I mean, that sounds like somebody I know, curious and intelligent, and just got in the wrong crowd.
Yeah. Molly is dreaming on my couch right now. She's making little bark noises.
She's so cute. Oh my god.
Yeah, and at you saying that, he'll say, I'm sorry about, well, everything you've been through.
That's okay. That, I mean, it's a lot, but it's kind of worth it, I mean, if the whole world's at stake, I think I can take a little shit every now and then, right?
That's fair. That's fair. The world's at stake. I can take some shit.
Just, yeah. I guess I never really thought to feel sorry. I don't know.
Well, it sounds like y'all haven't had much time to kind of sit and process, so that's fair.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can do that later.
Yeah, no. on the way there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. For sure.
Great.
Tomorrow, you could process tomorrow, and then just know that you have to stop processing after that. I'm kidding.
We're just therapy for therapy. Post PTSD.
Are there any other tidbits you want to fill him in on before we potentially jump forward in time?
I might mention reconnecting with Alfonso in Ballaran for a minute. Oh, and then Sheridan popping up there.
Yeah,
just that
absolutely.
episode movie.
He will be excited to potentially meet Alfonso, and he will be a bit sorry about Sheridan and all of that.
Oh, well. I don't know what I'm going to do, because he really wanted me to not kill Sheridan, but I did, because there just was no other way of, like...
Sounds like you didn't have that much of a choice.
No, but I'm just not going to bring... I don't know what to do. I'm not going to bring it up, and if he brings it up, then I guess I'll have to tell him, but, like... I don't want... You know what I mean?
Well, I guess you can cross that bridge when you get there. I mean,
yeah.
Even if he's sad, I think he'll understand.
Yeah. But I mean, other than that, I'm excited to see him. But yeah, I do. I'm not looking forward to that conversation. But yeah, it'll be nice to see him again, and not feel like I have to leave. Not feel like we have to go.
Yeah.
We'll be together again.
A little bit more time.
Yeah. He just trains people now. He doesn't really, and just like the little crash course kind of thing that he kind of does with the fighters, which
it's probably for the best. He's pretty old now too.
Yeah.
Right? I mean.
Yeah. So which is why I wasn't sure if I should.
He's like in his 80s or so. He's 90s. I don't know. He's
Goliath, Emery. He's hardy.
Well, he's not long-lived like us,
No, but he's hardy, and he's
I didn't say he wasn't hardy, but you can be hardy and very old as well. You can be both things. It's possible.
Right, but that would negate the very old thing, right? Or the
you can
word.
have a hardy old man. I don't think you can't have both. You can have both. I think.
Both.
I'm impressed that he is still kicking. Not gonna lie.
Well,
I would think the years of fighting would have whatever. I don't know. Maybe there's something in the water where maybe I need to check out Ballaran. I don't know.
Maybe, honestly, maybe. I mean, you would find it very interesting, I think.
Interesting. I don't think I would be able to participate it quite in the way that you have, but
no, but you would like spectating and stuff, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I could do some spectating.
It's fun. It's fun, especially if you get to go in the private room with Alfonso. That was cool.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you got the VIP treatment. I
just the know him treatment. I'd call it that. Just the I know him treatment. I don't want to call it VIP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice to at least see that. I mean, if anything, I bet he'd have some really good strategy. I bet. I think
you're pretty right about. When all of this is over, I think you should give me the grand tour of all the places you have been, and you can tell me about your travels and all of your things.
I would love that. Oh, I'd love that. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll talk later, but yeah. Yes!
Booze cruise. Yes. All right. Is there anything anybody else wants to do before we jump to the evening, where I guess y'all can sort of reconvene a little bit? No? Cool. Okay, so we'll say that some time passes. At some point you all sort of, I guess, collect in sort of the dining hall. And you're kind of all sitting down to dinner. And now those that weren't with the party when Gideon and the dwarves arrived, you have a chance to kind of meet them and reconnect. You know, all the usual sort are there. You're all kind of sitting down to dinner. At some point, Casimir will probably sort of stand and kind of address you guys. As we draw nearer to our summit, I want to at least take an opportunity today to welcome our newest guests. That would be Lord Gideon Greensmith, and I believe we have Garrett and Thofraline, and it seems like Emery.
Can we woo for them? They say,
Yeah,
Lord
for
Jesus,
sure.
we're woo!
We also have an unusual guest, Mr. Escher, was it? And his small construct companion. What an eclectic group already. Please enjoy the meal, talk, and we will have more guests arrive as we get closer to this very important meeting.
I just need to know how close Escher is sitting to Zephyr.
It's a very.
That's what I would like to know.
It's a long table. He's taken to heart the potential range of 60 feet. So he's sitting in the furthest seat from Zephyr, but occasionally, there's moments where he's like, "Oh yes, I do like what you said there," and he'll shout across the table short, bizarre compliments of random things that Zephyr says.
Oh, I love it. That's so funny.
I love that so much. Oh my gosh.
Fucking
Trying to watch a
metal
vampire
face.
flirt without charm spells is amazing.
Right?
Oh,
It's pretty
man.
difficult.
Oh gosh.
Amazing.
That's so funny. I'm so glad I asked.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
It's perfect.
So some of you guys now have an opportunity to see your old comrades, but
Yeah, I'll chat with people. I'm kind of exhausted from reading all day.
yeah,
But I'll
you're in
I'll chat
introvert
with
mode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly,
kind
same.
of.
But I
Mhm.
greet them and probably talk bro talk with Frank and Byron just cause
Oh,
it's funny.
Casey, I wonder where you got that mug.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, it
it's
looks
so cute.
really nice.
Yeah.
I bet the best people gave it to you.
Okay.
The most humble, kindest, just
So humble.
very, very humble.
I was using the other mug earlier, but as soon as I finished making my tea, a bug fell into it, so I had to switch mugs and remake my tea.
Oh no, ew.
Wow.
Oh my
So
gosh.
now we're using this line.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
But I am when Ezra does his stuff, I'll be trying to subtly give him clues as to whether that was a good or not good thing that he did. Half the time I'm right, and half the time I'm totally giving him the wrong clue.
Can I try to wingman
Because
really
I'm
badly?
totally an
Sure. Roll a.
I'm trying to be stealthy about this.
I
So
know.
I'm not.
Tanari, why don't you roll a persuasion check?
Okay, I'm gonna use my chunk. Just for kicks.
One day we're all gonna have chunks.
It's a trend.
Yeah.
That's a 5.
The trunk has betrayed you.
Very nice. You try very hard to wingman Escher.
Honestly, I wanted it to go poorly. So
At some point, Escher's
I
gonna be
wanted it to
like,
be bad.
"Oh, Zephyr, could you please pass the the wine, please, just down here?" And Zephyr just completely ignores everything that's being said.
It's so cringe.
I'll have pity and pass him wine.
You what?
I'll have pity and pass him the
So
wine.
you pass him on. He's like, thank you. I don't think this is going very well. I
Just give it time. He's a
time
stoic.
is the solution here. I'm not sure. I don't know if time's good. Well,
That's a
that's
fair
fine.
point.
I've got lots of time. I would prefer this work out, before he doesn't have lots of it's fine. Yes, thank you for the wine. At some point, the main course is taken away. They move on to dessert. They put out just a lavish spread of cakes and pies and cinnamon rolls and all sorts of delectable treats, and are careful to change your or they take away your this is like a multi-course meal, so you've been working your way in on your silverware, so they're taking away the stuff that you don't need anymore.
Oh, I started the wrong direction with my silverware.
For sure. At some point they
Oh, same.
they like go to give you and they just ignore it. They're like, yeah, it's okay, don't worry about it. Oh my goodness. Hang on 1 second. What's everybody's passive perception?
Oh God.
Let's check.
15. Chad's is
13.
21.
Damn, Chad.
Passive perception. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong place. Passive
23.
perception.
25.
16.
Hit.
Don't
Okay,
listen to me.
Not perceptive, dude.
Chad and Elzaris, you notice at one point, you're eating your dessert and you glance over and you notice just something almost like just a shadow just sort of like swipe a fork and disappear under the table.
Huh.
I know who this is. But I didn't see it.
Goddamn
so.
bird.
I know.
Oh my God.
Yep,
That's
absolutely.
gonna look at her too, like, what the fuck? Fuck was that?
Chad's like, that little bitch.
Ash, you don't notice, but you go to pick up your glass of wine and it's gone.
Where the fuck did my glass of wine go? Escher, did you drink it?
No, I did not drink your glass of wine. I would have asked first.
Shit.
Remember?
Can I
Escher,
get
you all
a
about
new
that
glass
consent,
of wine?
man.
I don't know where it went. Can I look for it?
Yeah, give me an investigation or perception.
Okay. We'll roll these two. 19 plus like a lot.
19
7, I
plus
think.
a lot.
19 plus where's I? Plus 8.
Jay!
Oh my goodness.
Hey, yeah, we got delayed by like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So
Oh my
I was like,
gosh.
shoot, we just got to our gate, and I was like, I've got time to hop in. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's good.
You just noticed a shadow swipe a fork from the table.
Everybody's sitting at dinner.
And my wine glass.
Oh, okay.
So, Ash, you notice your wine glass goes missing. You tell us one of the attendants, and they go to bring you a new one. You start looking around, and you notice just a little spill of wine kind of at your feet, sort of under the table.
Hey, I think there's someone here.
Everybody kind of like stops and puts down their silverware, and they're like, "What?"
Get quiet.
No, like someone who's not at dinner, but they're here.
Look under the table.
Like a spirit?
Uh,
Or
Zephyr.
Immediately look under the table.
Yeah.
I don't know, my wine glass is gone.
Tanari, you look under the table and you see kind of in the middle of this grand table, a very familiar little black kenku. You notice he's swiped a couple of wine bottles, some of which are empty already, and he has like a small pile of silverware that he's been collecting throughout the dinner. And he looks over at you. He's like mid sip, and he looks over at you, and he's like, and
I just like sigh, very exasperated, and I'm like, it's the fucking bird.
Where's your minder,
he's like-
bird? Where's your minder? Where's your minder?
Minder? What do you
Minder?
say?
You're like boss. You're...
That I don't.
is that a word?
Ash, do you mean his
Yeah.
keeper?
His keeper?
That's a thing, right? Like a minder of children, like someone who watches over these. That's I'm gonna look at.
Oh, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. It
I
is.
know you can use it that way.
Yeah, no, it is. It's mostly British
I
that
just
way.
googled the
Apparently.
word minder and it came up with a Muslim dating app.
Period.
That's funny.
That is not how I was using the word.
No, it actually,
Right?
he's actually not full of shit, guys. It is real, but that is something I didn't know. It's funny.
That's amazing. Well, at some point, after y'all say this, Hush will tuck some of the silverware into his pockets, grab one of the bottles of wine, and kind of shuffle out from under the table and just take a seat. And just sort of look at you guys.
I have no words for
Well,
this man. I have none.
I guess he's here now. For everyone who is not aware and who has never met him, this is Hush, a kleptomaniac bird.
He doesn't say much.
Everybody's just sort of like they're just looking at this bird. Dolly, who's also at this dinner, is gonna be like, "Well, hi, Hush. It's been a long time. It's good to see you." And Hush just kind of looks at her and is like, "All right, good. I see you've not changed much. That's fine. If you're here, that begs the question, is your employer also here
That's
as
what
well?"
I asked.
Yeah.
That's what I asked.
Well, nobody understood you.
It was a wrong
asked already.
expression.
I'm so mad.
Dolly will say, "I believe Mr. Ash has already asked this question because Dolly is kinder than I am." Hush will kind of look around the table, and he'll take one of the little, I guess, knives for cutlery and stuff, and he'll just sort of chuck it, and it flies like straight past. Gosh, I don't even know who would be sitting across from him, but it'll probably fly straight past either Ash or Tanari's head, and you wait for the sound of it to hit a wall or embed in a door, but there is no sound. And you all watch as a familiar tiefling steps out of the shadows. She kind of looks around the table, looks at you, Chad. "Well, hello, darling."
I'm just looking around.
I'm gonna say under my breath, the bitch is back.
Karok, how was your day?
Oh, it was quite nice, quite relaxing. How about yours?
She just sort of rolls her eyes and takes one of the empty seats at the table. Casimir
It was
rolls-
okay.
If she sits next to me, I move.
You'll sit down and you like get up and move. Esther will be like, "Oh, who is this? This seems interesting."
Oh no.
Esther, I like pat his shoulder. Don't worry about it. I'll sit on his other side.
I love the efforts to keep the vampire not evil. I love it.
We want to ship him with Zephyr, and he's gonna end up with Zephyr.
Casimir is
Yeah.
going to clear his throat and just be like, I see that we have more guests that have arrived. Thank you for being here. You could have just announced yourself. You did not have to. That's fine. Help yourself. Do you have others with you? And she'll kind of nod at the doorway, and about 5 other individuals will sort of kind of step into the room. They're an eclectic bunch. A couple humans, an air genasi, shifter, half elf. They all look a little rough around the edges. But Lilith sort of crosses her arms. This is my inner circle of sorts. We have other forces, but I assume you're willing to put us all up if we're, going to entertain the idea of offering any sort of help. And she's she's rude. You know what to expect. Casimir will sort of... Yeah. Casimir will sort of, kind of eye his guards. As long as we are all minding our manners and not pushing the boundaries of what is appropriate, I think all will be well. And the dinner sort of continues tensely.
Yeah, we all know about pushing boundaries, huh?
Lilith kind of gives you a sort of a curt look. Some lies were told, some things were said, some things were done, but at the end of the day, nobody really got hurt, right?
You sent an assassin to kill him.
It was more of a message. He didn't die.
He was close. But yeah, I guess you're right. We all survived.
I sent an assassin. You guys set yourselves on fire. We've all done bad things.
Nice throwback.
Well, one was definitely on purpose.
Oh, that wasn't intentional? Could have fooled me.
You're such a bitch.
When you're in my line of work, you can't really afford to be anything else.
You still got fucking Oma the clocking, though.
Oh, by the way, he's gonna be here. Have fun with that.
She kind of gets a little tense. I see. Interesting. So, and why is he gonna be here? What's in it for him?
He wants to fuck up the
living.
game just as much as we do.
The survival of the world.
Yeah,
He don't care about that.
He doesn't
Take
care
a
about
lot
the
of
world.
it.
He only cares about killing
He
the
wants
queen.
to fuck up the queen.
He can't fuck up the queen if no one's here. Just say.
True.
Interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if he has ulterior motives.
And you don't?
I was going to say, I think you would know.
Pot kettle?
Pot kettle.
I'm here to repay a debt and nothing else.
Out of character, who is she? She's not talking about us, right? Because she had done help us more.
Well, you sort of have dirt on her, sort of.
That's fair.
And you've been, like, the last time y'all talked, you threatened, I think y'all sort of, like, threatened her. You used her to get Mortimer based off of, like, the threats of the Cloud King and stuff, so...
All right.
It does seem like she's kind of talking about y'all.
Hey, do I see my buddy with her, or is he coming separately?
Your buddy.
Bow.
Oh, he's not aligned with the Black Blade, so...
Oh, that's true.
he
He's
would be
separate. You're right.
He's solo work, not
He's a merc.
affiliated with this organization. Totally forgot about him. God damn it. 16.
Whoops, sorry, Amanda.
No, I'm glad you mentioned it. Val. Mm-hmm. Cool. But though I'm here to pay a debt, I certainly wouldn't mind making some powerful allies along the way.
Cool. Anyway.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to move past that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what I'm
Yeah, she, like, tries to strike up conversation with you guys, but it just doesn't work. She's like,
Yeah.
gives up at some point. She does keep eyeing Escher, though. She seems confused.
Oh, God.
She just seems,
She's
like,
confused.
wary and confused by the presence of what obviously looks like a vampire sitting at a table
Fair.
with some
Is
of
he
the most,
eating
like,
anything? Or is
important...
he just drinking wine?
He's just drinking wine. And, I mean, you know, he seems fine. He's not complaining about it.
Oh, man. I'm gonna try and keep him distracted from Lilith. He doesn't need to be making any sort of alliance with her.
Yeah.
He'll sort of lean over. I get the impression that you guys don't really like her very much. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Congrats on picking that up.
You know, I tried really hard.
We were
to be
trying so hard to hide it.
Deceptive, intuitive. You know, I just like to get the read on people, you know.
Yeah, no, she sucks. You don't want to involve yourself with her.
Oh, is that drama there? Is there a story?
A story
Lots of
that can be summed up in a few words. She pretended that she had Chad's parents kidnapped.
Ooh, the whole, like, extortion, kidnapping thing.
Yeah, except the whole thing was totally bogus.
You know, I knew someone that used to do that all the time.
God.
It does
Is it
get,
your ex?
It gets old after
I hope
a
they're
while.
still not your friend.
No, they're dead. They're super dead. But yeah, no, it gets old. I get it. I understand. Do you need me to, like, do anything? I mean, do we need to, like,
No.
fuck with her or something?
I mean,
Maybe after this is all over.
Appreciate
Maybe
the offer, but
after-
not at the moment.
if we're all
Maybe
still-
keep a couple extra pairs of eyes on her. That would enter cohort.
Sure. At some point, you guys will notice that Piddlewick, Escher's construct, and Hush are just very intently, like, staring at each other, like, sizing each other up. The two tiny mute NPCs are like, I don't know how I feel about that. Hush, like, grips a table knife, and Piddlewick opens his jaw, and a little dart is, like, waiting to fire.
Oh my god.
Escher's
That's
like,
hilarious.
Sorry, the
Piddlewick,
Naruto nerd
no.
in me loved that.
yeah. Piddlewick's like, no fighting at the table, please. Piddlewick, we are guests here. Let's not make it awkward. More awkward than it already is. Piddlewick's jaw closes. The dart disappears. Hush puts the table knife back down. This is very uncomfortable, this dinner.
We
Not
love
sure how I feel
begrudging
about it.
alliances.
That's what happens when you get a lot of people of different walks of life and different.
Moral compasses.
Moral
Yeah, together.
Interesting.
But hey, we're all here to save the world. Whether that's our first, like most important reason for doing this.
Yes, that's definitely why I'm here. That's of course the reason.
You're here to flirt. We get that.
Honestly, I was just really bored, and this seemed like, a change, something fun.
Well, we appreciate the help.
Wow, I'm surprised that was an okay response to hear. No, you guys are cool. I like you. We should hang out more often.
Maybe we'll swing by Bexhill when we
On the booze cruise!
Honestly,
go on the booze cruise.
It's a lot better after the psycho clown left,
That was fucked up.
Yeah, that was.
fucked
Oh, yeah.
up.
I remember.
There's a
Yeah, I
whole
remember
thing.
Bexhill
Did we
being
tell you
good.
that Ash kind of turned into a kind of half hippo?
Oh yeah, I turned
From-
into a
I
werewolf
don't think
for
we
like a
did.
day.
And I missed it.
Yeah,
I'm upset.
we were in the sky.
I'm
Forgot about that.
Yeah, I thought I could pet a hippo and it didn't work out. He bit me.
I have no response for that, but I appreciate knowing it. I feel better for that information.
I might have intelligence, but my wisdom.
And did I hear that you guys are talking about a booze cruise? That sounds delightful.
Hey, we gotta get through this first.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Just get everybody in and like dump every fucking thing we make
Yeah.
into the ship fund. Turn this shit into a galleon and
Yeah.
go on a massive booze cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of booze, how many glasses of wine have I had sitting here tonight if I'm like constantly drinking?
Do you,
Is Ash a lightweight?
you want to get drunk? What's the goal?
I think it'll be fun.
yes.
I think at some
Hold on.
point, Escher will try to stealthily, swipe your glasses of wine, and noticing that you probably can't handle it.
You got cut off by a vampire.
Well, I'm actively drinking it, so I feel like I would be looking at it.
But if you're inebriated,
Yeah.
might be.
What is
easier
your
to
passive
passive.
perception?
16.
16. Give me a moment. Yeah, more often than not, you find your glass coming up empty without realizing it.
Where is all my wine going? Am I drinking that much?
Wow, you
Should I roll
really
a-
know how to handle your liquor. I'm so impressed. You've been chugging away. I'm surprised you don't. Well, honestly, I'm not surprised you don't remember.
How many have I had?
Gaslighting.
I don't know, five glasses at least. It's been a lot.
I don't even know if that's a lot or not.
It could be sick. You've probably had almost 2 bottles actually.
I have perfect
I've just
memory.
been sitting here in awe.
Oh, that's
Yes,
nothing.
you
Come on.
actually had.
Do you say that you have perfect memory out loud?
Yes. I have no filter
That's
right
the
now.
thing about alcohol, though. It messes with the mind.
Do I
As
still
much as the
recall?
hot.
Do I still recall how many glasses of wine I've had at this point?
You only remember drinking 2.
Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure I haven't had that much to drink. That's funny though. Can I have my glass back? I think you're taking my wine.
I don't think you have any grounds to assume such a claim.
I ask for more wine. And I hold my glass.
I'm gonna drink your wine if y'all quit bitching about it. For real.
Somebody fills your glass, so you have a third glass at least.
Thank you.
But Escher, though sad that he cannot steal this one, he will say, no, but about this booze cruise. See, I'm looking for setting up a second, possibly third location for the Raspy Cock. So,
Are you franchising?
yes, I'm looking into franchising. I want to set up... I just want to make sure that I am financially stable in this world. I feel content to stay here for quite a while, and I just, want to make sure that I am leaving behind a legacy of my own choosing. And I think this is it.
And that's the Raspy Cock.
Absolutely.
Oh my god!
By the way, I'm not quiet about that, so people across and down the table totally heard me say, and that's the Raspy Cock.
At some point, Zephyr is gonna slam his glass on the table and be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
We're talking about a Brewster!
Yeah, we're talking about our booze cruise. You want to join us? If we win.
We have to celebrate somehow.
I mean, optimism is great, but
We can do it. Look, all we gotta do is get one of the objects in my hands when we go into this battle. I put it in the box. Boom, we win.
You know what? If we don't have hope, why are we all here?
Yeah.
Also true. That's a little more poetic than what I said.
Booze cruise. Booze cruise. Booze cruise. Booze
Which one's
cruise.
silver and which one's not, period.
some of us are just here to eat dinner because that's what people do at this time of day. I think some of us obviously are here to drink.
Yeah, booze cruise.
Only had 3 glasses.
Can I reach over and put Ash's hand down?
I had a long day. I have to de-stress.
Process.
I think we've all had long days. So, you know what? That's fine. Drink your wine. Just make sure you're sober when we have our big meeting. All right?
Well, of course. What do you think, we're hooligans?
He looks at you.
We kind of are.
No, I would never dream of calling you such a name. I would never think that you guys are called hooligans. Never.
Thank
That
you.
was sarcastic.
You were always the kindest, smartest, most upstanding individuals. All the time. For sure.
So
I
nice.
have never used
Such
those
nice
words.
words.
Asher's like, well said, sir.
Oh, God.
Well said, sir. You're doing such a tremendous job. You're so eloquent. Zephyr's like, all right, I think at that, I am gonna go to bed. Goodbye. Yep. That's it. Zephyr leaves. I think that went quite well, don't you think?
Totally.
Probably as well
I don't know
as
what
going
Sheldon
on.
would say. Yeah, I think that last comment really did it.
We're getting somewhere. I can't wait till we can just sit in a room and not talk. I'm so looking forward to it.
I feel like I just stare at him like, what?
Okay, I totally thought you were going to say something else, so that's why I'm reeling. I was...
No, I've been told Mr. Ash here informed me that true friendship is just sitting around and not talking to each other. And that's like, you've made it as friends if you're just silent. So I want to know what that is. That's what I'm trying to, I'm looking, that is my
I'm trying so hard
immediate
not to
goal.
laugh right
I'm
now.
gonna stare at him in silence, but in his mind he's gonna hear, you did this. This is your fault.
I'm learning so much.
I'm gonna respond. I was just trying to get him not to keep trying to jump his bones. Like, you have to understand that, like,
I choke on whatever I'm drinking.
Please. I don't understand why everybody is finding this so funny. Y'all are a humorous sort. It's been a while since I have felt remotely human, so this is quite enjoyable.
Oh,
Welcome.
See, I can say somewhat nice things. Now, I spotted a very attractive looking god, so I'm going to take my leave, and I will catch you guys later. Probably not early in the morning, though. Probably at least afternoon. Anyway,
yeah.
ta. And he grabs a couple bottles, 2 glasses, and kind of saunters out of the room.
Amazing.
What a legend.
Amazing.
What
What a chaotic dinner.
Yeah.
Iconic.
It'll come to a close, and you guys can sort of, if there's anything you guys need to do before you go to bed, you can do that.
Hmm.
No.
I mean, I kind of want to talk to Mistra if I can do that today. I think I can.
Sure.
Maybe. Yeah.
Wait.
Wait a minute.
Did you talk to her?
I can't remember. Did I talk to her in the morning or did I talk to her? That's one. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know.
I think you talked to her right after y'all came back,
Which was morning.
which was very early in the morning.
Okay, well that's fine. That's fine.
So, tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So you guys sort of head to bed.
We don't have to roleplay this, but I'll bring like leftovers from dinner to Raina.
Absolutely. Yep, she's very happy to receive food. But you guys head to bed, and why don't we take a break?
Gucci.
Gucci.
Cool.
Hey, I'm going to see you guys reporting. I'll see if I can get some Wi-Fi and join you, but not. I'll text you guys. Bye.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good luck.
You're such a legend, MJ. Oh.
Hey, we're all legends here.
Love you guys.
All right. So, you guys go sleep. Wake up the next day. We'll say this is like the last day before the summit. So, we don't have to go through all the details of the day because I know we need to get to the summit itself. But I will say, at some point, Zephyr will find you, Ash, and he will bring you something that's kind of wrapped in like a cloth.
My boxy box.
Yep, so this is the thing that we need, like, desperately.
Cool.
So, it's done. Here.
Thanks.
Do with it what you will. Don't lose it. Yeah.
I'm doing my
That's
best.
a really expensive box right there. And I get why we are gonna have to destroy it, but, like, it's a fucking expensive box right there. Just saying.
Yeah, I know.
It's really hard to, like, do the good thing and, like, also... money is important. I'm a businessman, I run a shop, and, it's important. It's fine.
It is, but also the world.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. You're very correct.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Out of scene. Who paid for this box again?
Honestly, I don't think anybody had to pay for it. I think just telling them that it was needed and that it could be used to effectively destroy an orb or the mask.
And
like probably like the country paid for it.
okay.
Tax dollars at work.
Taking for the apocalypse fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Right. But throughout
too
the
realistic.
day, people arrive, and kind of the last sort of groups of people start to show up. Alfonso arrives.
Ah!
He's got several fighters and stuff at hand. The main group that sort of seems to be immediately near him, you recognize as the Firehearts.
I was wondering, yeah.
But he's there. Val arrives at some point. Ash, your buddy, and so he's there to catch up. Any remaining like important people that belong to Oops that haven't been here previously show up. At this point, Lieutenant Rush has returned. She would have been kind of in charge of the group that went to go check the other potential location for the Red Temple. So her and her group have returned. Yeah. And Chief Gunrack Thunderhoof and and a group of fighters from Kothtarkur have also arrived.
They're like here in front of us.
You don't necessarily have to be the like Walmart greeters of Morgan, you know. You're probably informed throughout the day that these various parties have arrived.
As soon as I hear that he's arrived, I'm gonna go get Orthok.
Okay, it takes you a second, but you eventually find your brother.
Orthok.
Yes.
He's here. I know.
How are we expected to sit in a meeting with him there?
I don't know about you, but I am going to be dwelling on the knowledge that I will kill him later. But for now, enemy of my enemy.
That's fair. There's no way he's here because he actually cares about the world. Like, he's gotta have an ulterior motive or something. I mean, come on, it's him. He's here to, I don't know, gain prestige or honor or something, or try to convince someone that he's not terrible.
Well, if it comes up, I'm willing to lay it bare. What happened? What he did. I know he tried to peg that on me, but
I will be right behind you.
thank you. Go get go get a fight before it starts.
Yep. That's good idea. Yeah, Orthok is noticeably tense knowing that he arrived. Definitely something that I think both of you have been dreading but expecting.
Yeah.
And last but not least, at some point you guys are notified that the Cloud King and the Crimson Fang have arrived. And it just takes a glance out the window to notice that there are a lot of ships in the air and around. I think everybody in town is just not entirely sure how to react to just all these different people. The town itself and the outskirts are much more crowded. There, are sort of like camps on the outskirts of town where these people are sort of collecting their forces. Pretty much the entire airport is full. And some ships are forced to like kind of hover nearby instead. So it's a force. But at some point, guards will kind of collect all of you guys and sort of inform you that the meeting is going to take place in a slightly different location, and they've arranged transport for you guys to get there. So, is there anything you guys want to do before?
I think I'm good. I mean, I would have said hi to Val, but
Yeah, absolutely.
that's about it.
Carriages take you a bit out of town, a little bit. It takes you a little while to get there, but eventually, you notice what seems to be the destination. There is sort of it looks like an old sort of stone, not gazebo, but like kind of sort of stone structure.
Temple?
Yeah, of sorts. It's sort of open, these sort of columns and this sort of kind of domed roof. And you guys exit your carriages and walk up. And there's as you sort of enter this big sort of open structure, there's a huge stone table in the center. Karak, you recognize this place. It's been a long time, but you recognize it from a dream that you had where you spoke to Elfina, the Kind. It's bizarre to see it in person. It's much more weathered than when you saw it. But everybody is at this table. There's not really chairs for people. They're all standing around this big sort of war table. Casimir is at the head. There is what looks like a half-orc woman to his right, and Zephyr to his left. And sort of his guards are kind of standing nearby. Galagal and Everthar and Rush and sort of Oops behind them are kind of the next nearest party. And then there's Lord Gideon Greensmith and Mortimer and their guards are nearby with Dolly and Harpy's Bane very close to them. There's Gunrack and the Minotaurs of Koth Tarkur that are nearby. Sort of across the table, there's Alfonso and the Firehearts. There's, the Durgar and Emery. The Black Blades with Lilith. On the other side is the Cloud King and the Crimson Fang. They're all very tense looking. Escher is sort of gonna hang near y'all because he doesn't really know any of these other people. And Piddlewick is with him. And Val is also sort of hanging around near y'all. And y'all are sort of the opposite of Casimir. You guys are kind of situated on the opposite head. So, here you are.
I'll probably just I don't know. This might have been before. Just very quickly, just be so fun. So he's my brother.
He'll just sort of Oh, yeah, it's good to, good to see you. Just try not to be awkward about it.
Right, yeah.
But with you guys arriving and everybody being here, Casimir will sort of step forward a little bit. Well, I appreciate all of you coming here. Some of you have traveled a great length and distance to be here, but I hope you understand what is at stake. It is to our knowledge that I think at this point in 3 to 4 days, 4 days, I think, Empress Lorelei Ysira, known as the consort and a liar, intends to attempt to release Tiamat onto this world, this realm. It is our hope that together, with the help of all of you and everything that you have to offer, we can prevent this from happening and ensure that Aurelia will live to see a new dawn and a new era of peace. I know everybody has something different to offer. And I know that some of us here may be unsure about helping in this fight. But it is my hope that after this meeting concludes, you will all understand the importance of your role here. I think maybe we should discuss what we know and discuss what we need to do to ensure that we are victorious.
Well, there's 5 keys to this, or 6 keys to this summoning. The 5 orbs and the mask. Correct?
Yes.
We just need to get our hands on one of them. Doesn't matter which one. Any of them will do. And if we can do that, then we can prevent this from ever happening again.
I think, gosh, who would chime in? Alfonso would probably be like, do we know where these keys are being kept?
Nope.
Not exactly,
No.
We got some
but we know they
ideas.
will all be there.
Yeah.
Lilith sort of crosses her arms. And where is there?
I'm just gonna point up.
Wait, yeah.
Yep.
There?
Yep.
The islands, yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the summoning will take place.
The Cloud King is sort of like, oh, little Black Blade leader, are you afraid of heights?
Oh my god, my wig is snatched, honey. Ugh.
I kind of nod at that.
Or mustache.
I guess what I just wonder is, do we need to wait for them to be there, or can we try to get them before? Darling.
Getting them before would be preferable, but I'm sure that would be a very difficult task. They're going to be keeping them as guarded as they can.
Yeah.
I mean, getting them before would entail us attacking the capital.
Yeah.
The Durgar are like, let's fucking take the capital! We can do it!
We don't. I mean, okay. I guess we could. We could do that. There was a teleportation circle, but we did. We
Keyword
did
was.
But we don't.
Sorry about that.
We don't exactly need it anymore because we have people
That's
that can
true.
teleport. But yes, so I guess we could if we really wanted to.
Zephyr kind of looks at Everthar and Rush and Ash. I mean, we've got a few people here that can teleport people places.
But that's like, we can only teleport so many people
That's true.
at
We
once.
can't take
a whole army.
we can't take the whole army. Not that we still wouldn't need the army, you know. I mean, this isn't exactly a situation where you cut off the head and everybody just immediately stops fighting. I'm sure it's going to take time.
I'm going to stop talking for a minute and try and scry on the Empress.
Ooh, I was wondering. I was like, damn, we can't try because we have Co now, but it worked once.
Worth a shot.
I'm just saying I've done it before.
Yeah, it worked once, man.
Hang on, let me...
We did the impossible already.
And while Ash is scrying, I'm gonna just kind of give everybody the rundown of like, you know, even if we do get one of these things and destroy it, yeah, we won't be able to summon Tiamat, or they won't be able to summon Tiamat, but shit's still dangerous.
We will, yeah. There's a whole Jade Enclave, unfortunately, too.
Well, and the orbs themselves are
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they're kind of
crazy
terrifying.
powerful themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, Garrett, one of the Durgar, he'll say, yeah, if I do believe I'm recalling things correctly, I think these orbs are capable of summoning dragons themselves, amongst other powers.
Oh.
And Oops will kind of, Everthar will sort of, yeah, we were able to study one, and, I think they all hold unique powers, but there's definitely more than one sinister thing involved in those.
Mm-hmm. Ash and I at one point almost got charmed by the white orb.
Yeah. Just from like looking at it too long.
Mm-hmm.
Zephyr will sort of say, do you think one person can command them all, or?
Maybe.
I suppose there's just a lot of unknowns.
I mean, the longer that you hold on to the orb, the bigger it gets. I don't know how many people here have been into the throne room, but the green orb is definitely there, and it's not the size of the other orbs we have encountered. It's gigantic.
Val's kind of gonna cross his arms. Well, so, like, logically, you can't hold 5 giant orbs at the same time, right? Probably? I mean, I don't know anything about these things. I'm here for you, but...
I don't know how the attuning works. Would I understand how the attuning with it works? Like, would I...
You know that when you attune to it, it doubles in size. And I mean, generally, you know that you can't attune to too many things at one time.
Right.
There is
like,
a
it's
limit.
max of, like, 3 things, typically.
Right.
So, I would agree with him. I would say, yeah, I assume that all 5 of them cannot be attuned to by one singular person.
Which is why the queen had Green Cloak and Azariah as well.
Still has Azariah.
Still has Azariah, but doesn't have Green Cloak anymore.
Mortimer will adjust his monocle. So, it stands to reason that perhaps multiple people will be involved in this ritual of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
in addition to the multiple people that from what we've been able to gather, it seems like they're going to sacrifice.
Oops is like, or Galagal will say, yeah, they've definitely kidnapped more than a few people, and I think some of our own might be amongst them. Lilith will sort of chime in. We've been keeping some tabs on the ships moving between countries, and it does seem like they're starting to move ships up to the Forbidden Isles. We've had some reports of people being aboard, but I try to keep my distance. Don't want to start a fight I can't finish, if you know what I mean. I don't need that from you, thanks. If you would like to scry, or attempt to scry.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I guess I need to roll wisdom save. Okay, let's see. Hang on. You've met the target. I think it's just a straight.
I think it's straight. I think we've decided that. Like, I know her likeness, but I don't own like a picture of her, so I think it's just straight.
Would she be on my coins? Like, could I give Ash a picture of her?
Honestly, you guys probably would be able to find a likeness of her, or have that somewhere.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
Cool.
Alright, wisdom saving throw.
We're trying to scry on the Empress.
-2. I'm gonna use a green die.
Oh god.
Appropriate.
That's a 24.
Yeah, no, she succeeded. I knew it was a long shot, but if you rolled that one,
we had done it once, you know.
It's definitely worth a shot, even if we hadn't done it once.
Okay, so I didn't succeed in scrying on her. I'm now going to try and scry on the throne room.
Oh, on the place itself.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a good idea.
It's probably what I should have just done first, but I don't know for sure she's in the throne room, right? So,
Right.
Interesting. Do you know, like, it's a big room. Do you know where exactly you want to?
by the throne.
Okay, the throne itself.
We'll say
You can see
not
if
quite
the
behind
orbs-
it, but like if you're sitting on the throne.
Would you be able to see if they've moved the orb from there?
Probably with the range.
Like if they've already started preparing, I guess.
It's like 10 feet. Yeah, probably. Okay, so you attempt to scry on the throne room itself.
Which doesn't have a save, as far as I'm aware.
damn, that's big brain.
Big brain. So,
If she's there.
you cast scrying, and you guys all watch as Ash's eyes kind of go white. And your focus shifts to the throne room. And this big kind of throne of twisted vines and branches. Still situated atop the throne is the big glowing green orb. More importantly, sitting on the throne is Empress Lorelei Ysera. She seems to be talking to sort of a collection of people. Sorry, Molly is right next to me. So she kind of is sitting there. So, we have everything we need. Perfect. And are we still sure that everything will be ready in 4 days? Yes, I think so, Your Highness. You recognize the voice as Fadark. We have the souls necessary. We've collected the gold required for payment. We just need to make sure our troops are ready. Let's see what I want to say. I think from this moment on, I want to have my eyes on all the orbs. I don't want them apart from me. I don't trust anyone at this point. I mean, we thought Dietrich could handle one. And look at him. I suppose he can still help with the ritual, but I think he's lost his privileges in other terms. Very well, my queen. It is as you wish. That seems to be the majority of the conversation.
I will relay all of that to the table.
She didn't mention the mask at all.
No.
She said it. Like, I don't know why she wants to, like, punish Dietrich or anything, because, like, they still succeeded in the end. We just
but she had to send help.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So in her eyes,
that's
Dietrich is a
right.
little bitch.
That's right.
She didn't mention the mask.
She said they had all the pieces they needed.
Yeah,
Right.
but the mask isn't going to be with her. Or if it is, she didn't mention.
Unless it's already with her. It could be.
I feel like I should just say it's heavily implied that all the things will be with her.
Good. Love that for us.
Yeah, same.
So you relay that to everybody at the table.
Yep.
At least we know some things now.
And I guess we should relay as well, if it wasn't clear. I mean, all the Morgan people know this, but like the mask doesn't have the same sinister properties as
the orbs.
as the orbs. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
So that so far seems to be safe. But
The Cloud King will sort of say, well, if she's got all the pieces, wouldn't it stand to reason we should just attack her now?
We could.
we could.
Totally
But
could.
again, that would be without everybody. We'd have most people, I guess. But we could do it.
I mean, how long would it take to fly to Amarine? That's the issue, right?
Well, at one point there was like the whole issue of ships kind of lining the borders. Like, I don't think we'd be able to just go in.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like there's been quite a bit of talk about going up to the Forbidden Isles. What if we just keep going?
We could, that's
Let's
true.
straight across. That's true. We'll get us right to the capital.
No, no ship has ever made such a journey, so can't guarantee we'll all end up there in one piece, but it sounds thrilling.
Do we know?
Does sound pretty cool.
Do we know like how an estimate of how long it would take to get to the Forbidden Isles, and then to get to Eliathalis by ship? Do we know that?
Ish.
Not really. Just because it's never been done. Most think that you could probably get up to the Isles in a couple days. So potentially 4 days you could get. I don't know. It'd be interesting. Nobody's really made it up there and come back or had any memory of it, So
Right.
there's some.
I'm gonna cast Sending.
Okay.
Hey, Baba. Theoretically, how long will it take to fly to the Forbidden Isles? Just curious, trying to save the world and all. Hope you're good.
This could be the most risky use of Sending. Just because, like... It's like,
We don't know what he's gonna say.
it's Baba.
We're not gonna get the guy we talked to last time.
I mean, we don't have much to lose, really. So
I guess that's fair.
at this point,
Molly? No. Wow. See, there's always something. There's always something I'm not prepared for. Sending to Baba. Should have guessed it. Didn't.
I would have never thought to cast Sending to, like, a god.
Yeah. Yeah. What are the parameters of Sending? He's here. He's on the material plane. It's fair.
As a creature, which you are familiar.
Sorry,
That's true.
what did I miss?
We are casting Sending to Baba to ask how long it would take to get to his house.
And I am trying to figure out how to respond.
Emily, it's just being big brain tonight.
Sorry, I had to
Big brain.
move a dog and give her CBD.
No, you're fine.
Technically, Amanda, I can send messages even to other planes of existence. There's
I
just
know.
a chance it won't be delivered.
Yes. I guess you will hear, oh, hello! Are you coming to visit? Guests.
Yes.
Have we had guests? Time's a bit weird up here. Today, tomorrow, yesterday. I'm not sure. And I think I've run out of words probably.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say out loud. So the whole thing about the Forbidden Isles, from what I've been able to understand and the research I've done and encountered, is that time magic is kind of crazy up there. So we could go up there and fly through, and it might be yesterday. But we could also go up there and fly through, and it might be a week from now.
Zephyr's
When we
like,
exit.
this hurts my brain. And I
No, but that makes sense though, because at Ipsport Manor, and I mean nobody knows this because, but like we did what we did there
So many
technically
times.
in like what was it like a week's amount of time, but we went through the same day over and over again. We just had to trial and error and figure our way out.
Well, and then my crystal that gave us 8 hours
Yeah.
is a part of the Forbidden Isles.
So
potentially, if I'm hearing this right, and this is Zephyr, we could just take our fleet of ships straight up and,
Hope for the best.
maybe time will warp or help us along. I mean, you guys and Cass, y'all are on good terms with the crazy hermit guy, right? Maybe he'll help us out.
I don't think
That's
that's
fair.
control
I was excited about guests, so
That's
I mean
true.
that's
Yeah.
good.
I mean, he's sort of the big one on this pantheon of gods that wants this to work. So
I suppose I could try to talk to him, and I mean, I think you all know how well that works out sometimes, but
Yeah.
we could hope for the best.
Clearly.
Ash, you've dabbled in time magic some?
Yeah, a little bit. It's an interest of mine.
Perhaps I don't know. Is there anything in Mordai's notes that could help?
Can I roll something to see if I remember anything specifically?
I mean, you've got perfect memory of Mordai's notes.
Yeah, I remember.
That's when I forget that I have perfect memory, but
You could potentially rewind time a little bit to at least.
I mean, I know how to do that with the crystals.
Yeah, so it's a possibility.
I will relay that.
This sounds really confusing, and I'm not sure I completely understand everything that's happening, but you all look so interesting and fabulous, and I'm so here for this conversation.
Yeah, we know who that was.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know. I don't even need you to say who said that.
Nobody asked you, vampire. Sit down.
Hey, that's rude.
Yeah. Hey, man.
We
come
like
on.
him. He's our friend.
All right. Can you do the time stuff or not?
Yeah, I'm pretty positive I could. Well,
Like, we go up there and you control it?
technically it's a higher level than I can cast. It's 7th level. But, you know, probably, maybe, perhaps.
Ooh.
Probably, maybe. And this is Gunrack. I feel like there is much uncertainty at this table, and I'm unsure how I feel about providing aid to a group that knows so little about what they intend to do.
I'm sorry. Do you know anyone
you
else
the
who
one
can
who
do
has
time
fought these
magic?
dragons? No, you just fight your brother.
Little calf. Don't think I haven't forgotten about you.
Oh, I haven't forgotten about you either, old steer.
Foul insults, yes. Oh,
Get
please.
fucked, bitch.
Get fucked.
Take
Rude guy.
it right now.
Do you know anyone
So
else
bad.
who can do time magic at all? Because I think it's me. And I think you have no right to judge how well I can do this magic. I understand the limitations and the complications that are involved with it, and I'm not going to fully promise that I can do something that is completely and utterly experimental. I believe I can do it, but that does not mean that it will be successful, and we should not hinge our entire plans based on the fact that it will be successful.
I just question putting so much into ifs and maybes.
You got it,
Hence why I said we shouldn't hinge our entire plan on the fact that it might work. I literally said that. Listen.
And what if it doesn't work? What's the plan?
Then I say we
We
wait
were
there to
literally
ambush them.
about to discuss that.
Yeah, I think that's actually, I think that sounds good to just wait there.
Let's see. Who am I talking as now?
Wait, but what if we get there and then we end up in the future? Will it just
Yeah,
be a
we missed it.
wasteland? I mean, you know what I mean?
Gideon here.
Oh boy.
I have been corresponding with Mortimer here just a little bit, and I can't really speak on the time stuff. That's a little beyond me, but I do think we can modify several of our ships to be just a bit faster, and maybe that will help. Wexland doesn't have a lot to offer, but we have good ships and good tinkerers, so maybe that could help some.
Can I do that quickly?
Oh, yes, I think we could do it quite quickly. We have many hands here that it's really simple. If I provide the instruction, we could we have enough hands here, I think. Over the night we could retrofit most of these ships to work a little faster.
That would be much appreciated. Thank you, Mortimer and Gideon.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think if we do this, we could at least shave off a day, maybe two of travel.
Oh, that's huge.
That
Yeah,
would be a big help.
yeah. I just want everyone to take note. Productive addition to the conversation.
Get him, Teo.
Just crosses his arms.
Gunner's just pissed that he got, told by somebody literally a third of his size.
Literally. I'm gonna look at Clark and be like,
Honestly, this is
I'm
huge
gonna,
character development for Gideon, just gotta say.
I'm gonna, fist
Really
bump Theo.
is. I'm so proud of him.
yeah, no, small boy finally got to speak. That's his speak and lead. It's so cute.
So, we take these ships, and we fly straight. And we get there. What then?
We fuck shit up.
Forgive me if I need slightly more direction.
You know that's fair.
We target the Queen, Feydark, any of her advisors or counselors that are there, anyone holding an orb,
Yeah.
anyone holding the mask.
Yeah.
Actually, I just had a thought. Mr. Cloud King, if your Crimson Fang could offer aerial support,
Yeah.
if there are any of their forces in the air, having you all hold them off and keep them preoccupied so they cannot offer additional aid to their
Aye.
ground forces, as it were.
I think that sounds like quite the plan. I can't promise that we'll fight fair, though.
Oh, we don't need.
They won't
We
either.
don't need fair fights. They definitely will not. So you see a green flag, you fuck them up.
Yeah.
I can do that. That actually brings up a good thought or important question. I think many people here have different talents to offer. Wexlin is going to help advance our ships. The Crimson Fang is going to aid with some aerial support. I believe we have several good fighters from Kundrakar and Baliran. What else could perhaps be provided? And Gunrak will say, we have more than a few valiant fighters. We could offer support on the ground, if you can get us there. Lilith will sort of step forward a little bit. We might not be good out in the open, but if you need more clandestine means of fighting, getting in, getting out, I believe we can help you a bit there.
It's so cute.
Goodness me.
Killing me. She's killing me.
She's so cute.
Val's like, yeah, I can also do the sneaky stuff. I don't have, like,
I'll
a
give him
group
like
of-
a nice little cool handshake.
yeah, you'll
when he
do. You'll
says
have a cool handshake. Yeah, I don't have like a huge force behind me, but you know, never been a door I couldn't open. So
that. I'm sorry.
Knock on wood or something.
I hear doors and it just makes me think of Critical Role.
Fucking doors.
Oh my god.
the Black Blades recognize how big of a flex that is to never face a door that can get you out, and they're impressed.
That sounds like a pickup line, honestly.
Yeah, Escher's like, are we talking front doors or back doors?
He would. He would.
I'm so glad I was a catalyst for that. Oh, man.
I would like to provide support in this meeting, but I want to just, I just want to be open and honest. I cannot help if the sun is out. So, you know,
Oh, yeah.
hate to break it to you, if we could do this at night, that would be preferable. I mean, I have the cutest parasol, so you know I could do some things during the day, but honestly, not that much, really.
If we could get a
What about a full body?
if we that's I was about to say like a full body like black suit like with a
With, like,
cowl and
sunglasses.
everything,
Eyes.
Some Castlevania
sunglasses.
You know, honestly, like, probably sneaking an entire army across the sky would go better at night anyways. So,
Oh, I also might be helpful. I can like turn into mist and like other things. So, you know, not exactly picking locks, but I could just through the, you know, I mean, just saying. I'm not trying to brag or anything.
No, clearly. No, Brandon.
Zephyr's like, I think between all the spellcasters here, we can provide cover whether it's day or night. So I wouldn't worry about that too much.
Okay.
cool.
Question, out of character. Do these crystals emanate light? Like,
Good question.
would we have visibility even if it were night? Do you know what I mean?
They do emanate some light.
I mean, because I think most of us have dark vision, maybe. I can't remember.
Yes, I mean, most of you do.
So, I mean, it's probably fine.
Honestly, the people it would affect the most are, I mean anybody that's human, and like all the Genasis that aren't fire Genasis, which I think is everybody.
Oh, yeah. we didn't have
the
the fire
Minotaurs.
Genasi.
Y'all don't have dark vision, I don't think. Do you?
The Minotaur, I don't know.
I don't think so. But I
You gotta be
mean,
able to see in that labyrinth, dude.
we can provide light if we need it. I mean, though we should probably try to avoid using it as much as possible until we're upon them.
Sure.
As it
Yeah.
were.
Okay.
Well, if we're gonna fly, I would love to take you guys right up to the palace gates.
Yeah.
So is the plan to go to
Oh,
Aaliyah's
we're going to
house?
the palace? We're not just going to the...
Well, it depends. Do you want to go? If we can save some days, if we can save a little bit of travel,
Yeah.
you know, then potentially we could show up right at the Capitol before they've even had a chance to.
That
Do anything,
true.
yeah.
Is true. That's true.
Nice.
Or we could lie in wait at the Forbidden Isles. It's honestly, it's whatever you want.
How about if I can pull the spell off, we go to the Capitol. If I can't, we lie in wait.
What happens if you
Plan an
can't, though?
ambush.
Like, if you can't, does nothing happen? Or...
Or like it just doesn't work.
Okay.
Nothing. No, but I'm gonna say nothing will happen. Like super confidently.
Do I buy that?
Someone's gonna insight check it.
Why don't you roll a deception check, Ash?
I have shit insight, but I'm willing to roll insight because I need to know.
checking that shit.
I'll insight check it. I have good insight.
This looks like time. I'll use this one. Okay.
What was your deception roll?
19 could be worse.
I got a 19.
Casimir looks you dead in the eye and is like, he gives you a look. He doesn't say anything, but he just looks at you.
I grin
doing this
more.
right.
No.
I grin more.
Casimir is amazing passive insight.
Yeah, I know he does. I was hoping he wasn't gonna say anything.
Listen, I know he has passive insight, like good passive insight, because I do too. Cleric things.
Yeah.
Cleric.
24.
It's like 20.
Casimir's is 24.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we'll say this is Zephyr. If the spell works and we go to the Capitol, we're gonna what? We're gonna have pirates tackle the air. Dwarves and minotaurs take the ground, and black blades help you get in, and
And then we need to find the queen.
Then you go find the queen.
Alfonso, and the Firehearts, good to see you again. I hope he's gotten better this time. Just have good charisma, guys. What do you think y'all would like to do? Do you want to be on the ground with the other dwarves? Do you want to be with us? I mean, with us it'll get kind of hairy, but
a woman, one of the female members that's sort of dressed in darker clothing, kind of looks between her group. I think we would be best suited on the ground in a fight of sorts.
Not
You
me
seem
trying to
more
play
than
that.
capable of. Well, I think you have the more important goal. We can try to monitor what is happening outside while you focus on the inside.
Sounds good.
Alright, so you charge into the palace, you find the queen, then what? What's the goal?
We kill her. I mean,
Or we get at
Or-
least
or-
one of the objects
I mean,
and pull
Some
them.
sort of component
Destroy
from them.
Yeah, take one of them, put it in the spit
At least
chest.
one. I
Yeah, if
mean,
we can get more than one, that'd be great. But at
I'm
least
not
one.
looking to like depending on what the situation's looking like. Like I'm not looking to have all of them taken away and stolen again, you know. But like if we can get multiple orbs in, that might be for the best because they're kind of really freaking creepy. They're really dangerous.
yeah,
That's fair.
that's true.
That's absolutely fair. No, we could always take one now, get rid of it, and then, that renders the ritual useless, and then if we manage to kill her and do that, then we've got ample time to
Make another really expensive box.
make another really expensive box.
I wanted to see a wince from a couple people.
There's a notable wince from Zephyr.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And kill the queen, for sure. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, sure. And I guess we can figure out what happens after.
I worry...
Yeah.
We know Fadark is still in play. I think it stands to reason she'll probably be there.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, we heard her in the sky, so.
She also has that like debilitating thing. Like immediately when she showed up, she literally rendered like half of our party useless.
Yeah.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do about that. I guess the
Just warning
question
people
is,
that it exists.
if Fadark is there, I guess what I'm worried about is if Dietrich is also there. How do we deal with that? That's a lot of very powerful people in one place.
We just gotta make sure we're in a 120-foot long room, and
We can deal with Dietrich if push comes to shove. We know how to deal with him.
We know what to do with him. He may not even be there. I mean, we don't know when he's going to
Him
come
and
back.
Fadark together might be an issue.
yeah. Plus the queen.
Hmm. Unless,
Unless.
I'm going to need to speak with Chadriel about the specifics of a spell. And by that, I mean out of character. I'm looking up how Wall of Force works.
Now, with so many moving parts and so many people needing to attack different things, probably goes without saying, but we're sort of trusting you with facing the queen.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're handling, a bigger fight of, a clashing of armies outside, but you might sort of be on your own in the palace if you make it in.
Yeah.
You think you'll be okay?
I guess we'll have to be.
Out of character, is there any possibility that we would be fighting Lorelei in her dragon form? Do we know if that's something that can
She's
happen?
stuck in her human form right now, right?
We
I
think
have no idea.
That's the thing. Like,
Yeah, we're just
Bahamut
guessing
did that
that.
to her, but is that something that can be undone? Because that will change the fight dramatically, dude. Because if we're fighting Dietrich, which we know what to do with,
Mm-hmm.
Azariah, and then an ancient probably green dragon, like that's drastically different from like them two, and then like Lorelei in her human form. I don't know.
Are we
We
assuming
can do
they're all
it.
three probably going to be together?
I don't know. We can do it, but that's something to think about, I think.
Ash, when you were scrying, was Dietrich there?
Did I see Dietrich? I don't think so.
You did not.
No, they talked about
No,
him.
he was not.
They talked about him helping.
Yeah, they said that
They talked about
she
him
was going to take
helping,
away his
so.
privileges.
I guess I would wonder if... I don't know, I mean, we know that the temple was here in Morrigan. I guess we don't know if he would travel often to Emerine or not.
Well, we just don't know where his phylactery is, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We don't even know what it could be, let alone where it is.
Yeah.
Probably in hell.
Perhaps.
For all we know.
I mean, if we strike them before the ritual, perhaps he won't be there. But,
There's a possibility he wouldn't have regenerated yet.
That's
Right.
true.
I mean, it's been, what, 1 day, basically?
if we
Yeah.
wait till the ritual itself,
He will for sure be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
be a lot of things in one place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
I really gotta succeed on this spell, y'all.
You pushed it up before. It could happen.
What spell is it?
It's a spell that doesn't really exist.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't really exist. Basically just involves, hoping for the best and touching the giant crystal.
Yeah.
You've done crazy shit before. You could do it. We scryed on the queen.
We might
That was out of character. That wasn't in character.
have help, potentially, from Bahamut.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah.
We know that he wants us to succeed.
And he wants us to visit. He was really excited to have us visit.
I will speak up. I mean, for those that don't know, it's not just Bahamut that we've got on our side. Bahamut might be the one the most involved, but it's the same four from the last time this happened. The same four deities then. So, if not Bahamut, one of them, or any number of them could help, maybe. So, there's that too.
That's true.
This is simply fascinating to have so many deities and gods contributing to a mortal dilemma. I've never seen such a thing. What is it like when you talk to a god? Is it completely in your mind, or is there like a physical form there that you converse with and can touch, or are they sort of like a incorporeal? I just need to know. Or that we should have a conversation. I'm fascinated by this.
For sure.
I will
Absolutely.
definitely tell you about my
We'll
my
table that.
conversations with the Wild Mother later.
I don't normally dabble in the faith-based aspect of magic, but it seems super interesting. Perhaps worthy of further study. Of course, I shall pick your brain later.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, for sure.
I love him.
Definitely have a talk over a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sounds wonderful. I love tea. All sorts of tea. There's black tea and green tea. And there's a blend from Morris.
He's like, I know, you love tea.
I'm gonna look at Casimir. I apologize.
He's been an interesting sort to get to know. Molly, can you stop, please?
Not Molly.
Okay.
Okay. If spell succeeds, we're going to Liliathal. If the spell does not succeed, are we just waiting for them at the crystal?
If the spell does not succeed, then I guess we stake out the Forbidden Isles and plan what? An ambush?
Yeah.
Ambush.
Yeah, I think so.
Ambush.
Yeah.
Ambush?
I think that would be.
Ambush.
I think that would be best.
Yes.
We're gonna have a bunch of ships like fucking Millennium Falconing on one of the islands.
Yeah.
Giving Super Smash Brothers Brawl in the Subspace Emissary when all the ships go into the subspace. Yeah, it's giving.
Well, in regards to the Forbidden Isles, there are 5 islands that sort of rotate center around the spire itself, with the big crystal in the center, and so we could potentially situate forces on each isle, and then have our ships lie and wait in the clouds or something like that. That sounds very interesting, right?
Yes. That's
that's
better
true,
than what I
yeah.
could have come up with.
Look at you, little war strategist. Good job, Mortimer. Good job. You did it.
I'm so sorry I missed all that. So there's 5 islands. Is that what he said?
Yes,
Yeah.
5 islands that all sort of rotate around the center spire where the crystal is.
Got you.
I guess we could all take dibs on a island? I don't know.
What, Emily?
I feel like they're not. Are they far enough away
Oh,
from each
yeah.
other where it would matter?
Bruh, I hadn't even thought
Yeah.
of that.
Wait, the first time she said that there were 5 islands and we were talking about dragon orbs, I was like, there's probably gonna be like, it's probably 5 islands for the 5 types of chromatic dragons.
Yeah, technically on this map, these
Ew.
were originally supposed to be the 5 islands.
Originally,
Well, I mean, I don't think
not?
they look exactly like that on the map that I found that we're going to use, but
Oh,
these are the 5 islands and then the crystal.
Wait, hold
Got
on.
you.
Look at
So
the...
glad I knew that.
Okay, never mind. There's nothing special about this ship.
okay, sick.
So,
Happy birthday.
I can't believe I didn't think about that.
yeah.
Once again, when your character's
That's all good.
smarter than you are.
Oh well. Oh, I see that the symbols have been updated on the map. I just noticed.
Mhm.
Wow.
So
Well,
now
I
the
think
map
that's
does
a
show
pretty
where
good
every
plan.
temple is.
I think it's a good plan. I do.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. So, if we're all picking an island that we're going to stake out and fight on, where will you be? The center, I suppose?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I imagine the mask needs to be in the center, right?
Probably. That would be
Yeah.
my guess.
And if we fight on a bunch of floating rocks in the middle of the sky, when exactly will we be raiding the Amarine treasury? Unrelated question.
After the fact.
Just want to be sure.
Valid.
Forget that part of the deal.
I love this guy.
Just feel it's important to be transparent.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna make eye contact with Casimir.
Yeah, Casimir is
Yeah, asshole.
love dealing with this guy. Escher's gonna lean over. This guy seems just a tad sinister. I'm not sure if you've picked up on it, but just a little bit.
Unsure.
Nice aesthetic, though. I'm not much of a mustache person, but he's really pulling it off.
He's definitely sinister. But we can also definitely use his troops. So,
Drink the clock.
Oh god.
Yeah, you know, I see that. They look very, imposing, bit scary, a little bit.
I thought you were gonna say pirate sexy, so at least it's better than that.
You know, honestly, some of them are kind of meh. He looks like he really takes care of himself well, but I'm just not sure he's my type.
Yeah. Escher's not into muscle bears.
Yeah, because we know
Just
your
a bit
type.
too like macho man for me. Never really been attracted to that sort of thing.
Got it.
You know.
Skinny spellcasters it is. Got it.
Yep, Escher's into twinks. Totally into twinks. Totally explains why he's into Zephyr.
Okay, so what do I do when this is all happening? Just curious.
Well, you can help us if you want. You could also, like, try and mist around and steal orbs. I don't know.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
That could be fun.
Interesting. Maybe?
Do we have a lead box?
Yes. Maybe. It might have been in the bag of holding.
We can probably obtain, we actually, I think Oops has a lead box, actually.
Then that
Probably
will
more than a
work.
couple.
Yeah, my lead box was in the bag of holding.
He dropped into the fucking lava in hell.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
No, I dropped the bag of holding on,
You dropped
no,
it
I mean,
into
like,
a-
the old bag of holding.
Oh,
The old bag of
Oh,
holding
yeah.
got,
The one that got yoinked from us.
Yeah.
got taken.
took in.
And then you dropped the bag of holding in the lava. And
No,
then
I
they
didn't drop
retrieved
the
it.
bag of holding. I dropped just the mask. I dropped everything else on the platform.
Oh, yeah, you did make sure to make that distinction.
Right. Sorry, that was like 3 weeks ago. I completely
I
forgot.
do remember
no.
you making that a point.
It's been rough, man.
It was rough. It sucked. Oh, I thought I was so big brain for like one split second, and then Amanda was like, "Just kidding."
These are devils and they're immune to fire.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think we have a good plan. Whether we stay at the Isles or forge on and attack the capital itself. How long will it take to modify the ships? I think we have enough people on hand to tackle it in a night. Maybe a night and a day and a half, possibly. I don't know. Night and a half, night and a... We'll work all night and hopefully they will be done by morning. Great.
Perfect.
Should we leave the second they're ready?
I say yes.
Yeah, I would think so.
The less time we spend, the less we have to make up.
I think you are right there. Well, anything else anybody would like to add? Bring up?
I'm literally trying to think if there's anything else.
Yeah, me too.
I just have like a general, like, I don't know, huzzah kind of moment. The word escapes me now, but something like that.
Yeah, for sure. I think, it's, some people are really excited about the fight. I think the obvious people that are kind of looking forward to a fight would be like the dwarves.
Okay.
I think Alfonso's fighters do like the idea of a battle. The Crimson Fang seem pretty gung-ho. And, most of the, like, guards and just general Morrigan men and, like, Order of the Platinum Shield people are, pretty, like, they're ready for it. And then, some people are just a little bit more wary. I think, it's pretty obvious that the Minotaurs are very kind of like, we're not sure what's in this for us, but, we're here. Mainly for self-preservation, probably, but, big picture. They're not necessarily seeing. The Black Blades are just similarly just a bit standoffish, but seem to be a little bit more I don't know, helpful, willing to be helpful, I guess I would say. The people from Wexlin are like noticeably, a little nervous. They've never been in a situation like this, but they are happy to help. And all your sort of individual people like Val and Mortimer and Escher, they seem up for it. So, I would say morale is pretty decent.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
So I think with that, the meeting will kind of come to a close. And Casimir will probably sort of pull you guys aside afterwards. I guess I just want to thank you for a bit of everything. I don't think either of us knew when we first met that we would become so reliant on each other. I think things were a bit tense that first time. But I do feel as though we are friends, truly. I forgot to introduce you. Please come meet my wife. Introduce you. This is Sybil, my wife, and beautiful half-orc woman. Yeah, she's sort of dressed similarly to him in sort of those sort of maroon kind of tones of Morgan with little silver half moon and star sort of embroidery on her clothes. So this is the group I have heard so much about. Interesting. You seem capable. You've kept him alive or brought him back alive, at least so far, so you must be worthy.
We just do our best.
We try.
And it is an honor to meet you.
Yes.
Yes, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make it, but Orion is watching the boys, so that is why I am here.
Orion is minding the children.
Well, I just hope the room is in one piece when I return, and we will find out.
That's the hope.
But I wouldn't miss this meeting for the world, so I know that Casimir, at least initially, had a bit of a cold front, but I believe you're all quite aware of how kind-hearted he is.
It was necessary at the time. We were an unfamiliar force that was seemingly acting in opposition to what we are doing now.
Well, I'm very happy for what you are doing now. I think everybody that, well, most everybody that was at this meeting is happy for what you are willing to do. some of them seemed a bit... could do without, probably.
You can
There's
say
a-
my uncle's a bastard. It's fine.
Well, don't know if I'd put it in such colorful terms, but... yeah, he's a bit of a bastard.
There's always a few.
But pay no mind to him. Though he might have been at this meeting for more than one motive. Trust that I and Casimir can see his true intentions clearly.
Oh, good.
Anyway, thank you for helping my husband and keeping him alive thus far. And try to continue to do so. I would prefer him to be alive.
Oh,
We would
yeah,
too.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, goes without saying. Yeah.
I really want him to retire, and we have to make it to the retirement, so...
Yes. Fine.
I think this most recent term has taken... how do I word this? Let's just say, holding a position of power tends to age you a bit, and I want that to stop, so... We're all in need of a vacation.
Oh, agreed.
Anyway, take care, rest well, and may luck be with you.
Thank you.
With you,
Thank you.
and also with you.
And also,
Great.
I'm gonna pat Teo on the shoulder and be like, she is.
all right. Your meeting kind of comes to a close. You're kind of all carted back to where you've been staying. Is there anything you guys want to do for the night?
I will talk to Vistra.
Before?
I want to find Emery and the Durgar.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. Emery is like, it's interesting. So you walk and you find them. The Durgar they've kind of taken over one of the blacksmith's like stables.
Yes. That's
It
good.
seems the current shop owner is just like sitting out in the street, kind of not sure what to do, and they are all just like forging weapons and drinking beer and like palling
Normal
around.
dwarf shit.
Yeah, doing dwarf shit. And Emery is like sitting near them, but he's just like reading and like studying, and everybody else is like, yeah, let's drink some beer and forge. I don't know, they're doing dwarf stuff.
Yeah. Himbo stuff.
Hi, Emery, was it?
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, so, I have a request, for you and our friends from Kunjakar.
Okay, sure.
You guys are going to be part of the, basically, ground forces.
Yes, ground team. They're really excited about it.
You know the big, arrogant Minotaur that was at that meeting?
He seemed really rude. Like everybody else was like kind of contributing, and he was just kind of there.
Yeah, that's my uncle. He's a bitch.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Keep an eye on him
Oh.
and
you
make
think no
sure
problem?
that the Durgar keep an eye on him as well.
Okay, sure.
I don't foresee it being an issue, but at the same time, it's good to have our bases covered.
Sure.
And without going into too much detail, he has a certain a certain habit of betrayal. So keep an eye on him
Duly noted.
and his people.
Yeah, I'll mention that to Garrett and Thulferline, and yeah, we'll keep tabs on him. And the first sign of something, I'm sure these guys will just, honestly, it'll probably be really bad, but they'll keep tabs.
I believe it. Thank you very much,
Yeah,
and I will do my best.
Heads up.
I'll do my best to keep your sister safe.
Yes. I'm not that worried about her. She's pretty tough.
She's a badass.
She's the best of us, honestly.
But thank you again.
Absolutely.
I'll just give him a reassuring pat on the shoulder.
Yeah, absolutely. Easily done. Teo, you want to talk to Mistra?
Yes, please.
All right. Yeah, you use the ring as you've done before, and kind of gets into that similar sort of starscape kind of wherever. Ah, my warrior.
Oh, yes, my lady. we set sail very soon. Yeah, just thought I'd tell you. We set sail very soon. And Emery came, you're right. He was, I mean, of course you're right. He was, doing all the research of roots and stuff. So, yeah, things are looking sort of up, I think. Yeah.
Good. Since y'all are mobilizing, I guess I should tell you that I think some forces on our side are mobilizing as well, but in a different way. But still, we're prepared.
I knew you would be. I was saying that in the summit. I was saying, well, there was talk of, talking to Bahamut, but I said, well, it's not just Bahamut that's working with us, That's awesome. Okay, well, good to hear.
Yes.
Good to hear.
I think it's hard to know for sure, but I think Bahamut is planning something. Some solution. Though I think it still hinges on your success.
Sure.
But I think
I will, yeah.
I think he's just trying to find a way to, I don't know, the way Aurelia is now, this crystal that's cracking and breaking, I think he's trying to find a more permanent solution, a better fix.
For what?
It's, the crystal, the very thing that holds your world together, it's...
Oh, it does do that.
Crumbling.
And
I don't think we want it to.
No, we
fail.
don't. Okay. Cool.
Don't worry about it, but
Sure.
just know that we are aware and we're working on a solution.
Sure. Yeah, no, I'll tell the party that. And I'll tell them that you guys are, I guess, quote unquote, mobilizing. Wow. Good to hear. Yeah. I guess we'll see what happens. And just a question, you may not know this, and that's okay. But I'm wondering this, I kind of feel like everyone else is wondering it and just not saying. The consorts. seems to have quite the connection to Tiamat, no?
Yes.
So, like, lovers? I mean, I'm trying to figure out why they would go to the ends that they've gone to, you know what I mean? So, like,
I guess you don't know.
no!
Um,
I don't.
Tiamat has a habit of keeping a number of consorts. Generally one for each head.
Oh. Okay.
5 in total.
Okay, yeah.
And she picks her consorts based on who can serve her best, who is strongest, smartest, most powerful, most conniving. Ysira was one such consort at one time.
Right.
But something happened. She fell from grace, fell out of favor, and left, or was sent away from Tiamat's side. We think that is when she first came to Aurelia in her draconic form.
Oh.
And then she, well, I think that she wanted to win that favor back. To be a consort of Tiamat is to be the best of dragon kind, to be the most fearsome, the most prized, and I think she wanted that power. So she wreaked havoc here in Aurelia and amassed power and followers, and that's when she had her clashes with Helmswatch and tried to release Tiamat the first time and was successful. Then Helmswatch fought her and Bahamut fought Tiamat. The world was nearly destroyed, but Tiamat was banished and sent back to Avernus, and the consort, Ysira, was cursed and put in her current form. So I suppose all of this is just still some means of winning back favor and regaining power that she lost.
Right. The curse that Bahamut placed on her to be humanoid, is that reversible? Like, at all? Should we worry about her being in her draconic form at all? Is what I'm asking, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know the manner of the curse that Bahamut put on her. It's difficult to glean the details from him.
Sure. Well, yeah. Everything really from him.
Currently.
Yeah.
I would just be prepared for anything.
Sure. Yeah. And whatever happened to the other consorts then? For the other heads? Were they all defeated too, or?
I suppose her current consorts reside with her in Avernus.
In Avernus? Oh, okay. Great. Love that. Oh, wow. This has been very useful, very helpful, and I appreciate all the insights. And my comrades will appreciate. My comrades will appreciate this insight as well.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, the next sort of significant benchmark in this preparations, I will contact you then.
All right.
Thank you.
Sure. And with that, you sort of return to the regular world. And is there anything else that you guys want to do for the night? Or just go to bed and hopefully leave in the morning?
10 would probably check in on Ko one more time.
Sure.
Check our boy.
Yeah, you can do that. Hang on.
Not the book. Not the book.
Sorry.
You're good.
Let's see. You probably walk in when he's kind of being helped by some people of clerical nature that are trying to sort of help with his symptoms and things of that nature. Currently, he's still kind of the same, but the people kind of helping him out tell you that they are expecting to obtain some components needed to try to cast another round of kind of restorative magic to kind of help him out. So.
Okay. Being the person that 10 is, she would probably have written something down in case she didn't come back tomorrow. So she'd probably hand it to the nurses since she can't really say anything to him.
Okay. Oh.
God, don't do that.
Well, you know, like he's not there and she can't say bye.
No, like obviously valid. It's just like
so that's, I guess, would be her workaround.
They take your note gladly. They tell you.
And if that happens, I'll let you know what it says.
Yeah. They tell you to try and check back in the morning.
Okay.
Because they're supposed to get what they need soon, so hopefully there'll be a change.
Cool.
All right.
I've got something I'd like to do.
Sure.
Before heading to bed, I would like to scry on our resident lich and see if he's been reformed or not.
Woo!
Well, technically, if he's in hell, I can't scry on him, right? But if his phylactery's here, on this plane,
Okay.
I might get something.
You go to cast scrying, and it does not work.
Okay, so he's definitely in hell.
No. Okay, great.
That's okay. That's good to know that his phylactery is definitely in hell and not on this plane, right?
Definitely, yeah.
And I don't have everything prepared, so.
All right. Well, with that, you guys go to bed, and we are gonna stop there.
Woo!
Woo!
Woo! Oh, we have a plan.
You have a plan.
Guys, we're gonna save the world, dude.
We're gonna save the world. Man, all the characters. That was fun.
Good job. That
That was really impressive, though, because
that was all
really
just
spot on
off the cuff. This entire session, I didn't plan any of it. So.
You did a good job.
Love that.
Amazing.
All right, Misfits, and that brings us to the end of tonight's game. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next time.